Good day, everyone. I will be now discussing the isolated square footing. Footings are structural elements made of reinforced concrete that transfers the loads from columns or walls directly to the underlying soil. They distribute these loads safely over a sufficient area to prevent excessive settlement or bearing failure, ensuring stability and uniform support for the entire structure. So, kaning footing, no, it takes from the very basic principle of the strength of materials, which is stress is equal to force over area. Meaning to say, stress is directly proportional to the force and inversely proportional to the area. So we as engineers, what we want is to always decrease the stress, right? No, kay ganahan man gyud ta nga dili ma-stress ang ato ang mga structural elements. So gamay ra ang stress. So in order to reduce the stress, we have to increase the area. So hence the footing. No, kay ang footing mas dako man siyang area compared sa column. Now let me draw here a column and just try to imagine what if ang building kay walay footing. No, so kung column lang na siya, unya directly to the ground with the entire weight of the building, no, pressing on the ground. So mahitabo niya, naturally it would really settle. No, malubong ang imuhang column because gamay ra man kayang area. Now, here comes the footing. No, so kung atong spread ang iyang load in a bigger area, so possible dili na siya mo settle. No, depending on the properties of the soil. So kung gahi ang soil, no need to enlarge the footing, but kung humok ang soil, of course we need to enlarge the footing para modako ang support area. Now, most of the footings, no, if not all of the footings, naa gyud na siya below the ground. No, niya ang purpose nga naa na siya below the ground is number one, mangita gyud ta og more stable nga soil. Kay kasagaran gud sa topsoil, kung naa ka sa ibabaw, weak kay na siya, no, daghang mga loam soil, mga organic material, so very weak ang ibabaw. So approximately mga 1 to 2 meters below the ground, diha na ang medyo solid nga surface. No, depending on the weight, kani gyud siya determining factor. So kung grabe na pud ka high rise ang building, unya grabe na kay ang weight, then we resort to another type of foundation. But basically, no, for shallow foundations, mga 1 to 2 meters, then we can have this isolated footing. This is the simplest foundation. So the types of foundation are isolated footing, combined footing, strap footing, and continuous wall footing. There are some other types, no, in some other sources, but basically these are the four. So isolated footing, this is the most common, and then we have the combined footing. Kaning combined footing, kung ang imong columns very near to each other, no, nya the soil is very weak such that one footing will tend to overlap, no, kay tungod sa kadako sa requirement in terms of area, basin og mag-overlap ang duha ka footing. So tungod ani nga overlap kaning akong gi-shade, then might as well i-combine na lang ang duha, no? The same ang yang procedure pag-calculate sa area, but the reinforcement will not be the same anymore. No, kay combined footing, it will induce positive and negative stresses naman. So kaning isolated footing, usara man ang iyang moment, no, padung ra upward ang reaction sa soil. But for the combined, mura na ni siya og slab wherein there is a negative and positive moment. So muna siya ang combined footing. Next is the strap footing. So nganong naa may strap footing? No, kasagaran mahitabo ni siya. Let's say I will draw here a building footprint. No, building footprint na yan ay mga columns, column, column, column. Yan naapog kay column sa center. So pananglitan, Kung property line na siya, no, if this is a property line, you are not allowed to construct footing on the other property. No, bisag dili pa na siya makita, no, it's still part of the property of the other lot. No, so dili na ka pwede mo encroach. So ang footing, ang mahitabo si mong footing, ting-ani ang mahitabo, no? Nag-ana ang imuhang perimeter footing. Murag na L siya. Nya, of course, ang imuhang center or interior footing, normal ra siya nga footing. Okay? So because the footing at the perimeter is eccentric ang iyang load, no? Again, ang column nimo naa skilled, so eccentric ang iyang load. So it will tend to overturn. No? So murag matakilid, no, ma-overturn. Matikwang ang imuhang footing. Sorry. So it will tend to make your footing go like this. So para dili siya matuwad, no, para dili siya mo overturn, butangan na nimo siya og strap. I-connect nimo siya sa interior footing. No, para dili ma-overturn ang imuhang footing sa perimeter. Okay? And another reason is to prevent differential settlement. No, differential settlement is when one footing or one part of the structure settles differently from the other. Okay ra og mo settle ang whole building as a whole, but kung ang kada footing, especially the perimeter, lahi og settlement compared sa tunga-tunga or sa other side, so mura na ka og Leaning Tower of Pisa, no, nga mutakilid siya. So dili na siya maayo, no, kay ang entire structure above affected kayo iyang geometry. So the point is to make the settlement uniform. Kung mo settle man gani, dapat uniform ang settlement across the entire building footprint. So hence the strap footing para ma-connected siya. And lastly is the continuous wall footing. No, a lot of walls are, ang purpose ra gyud ana is to envelope the space, no, to separate the interior and exterior space. But sometimes naay mga walls nga mo carry sila og load. No, so kung ang wall nimo mo carry na gani na og load, of course it will press the load on the soil. So dili na siya pwede nga walay footing. Kay ngano man, as with the principle of the column, mo settle na siya, no, mo punch through the soil na siya. So kinahanglan i-spread out gyapon nimo ang load through this footing kani. Nya ang pag-compute ana niya is through linear meter, no? Linear meter siya, one linear meter ang calculation or 1 meter strip. Okay? So I hope you got the point. So let's now go to the distribution of loads to soil. So there are 3 cases. The first case is purely axial. So it happens when the load is purely axial and on the center of the footing. So naturally, kay naaman sa tunga-tunga ang load, the reaction of the soil is uniformly distributed. No, uniformly distributed. Okay? And by the basic principle, no, of the strength of materials, wherein stress is force over area, and then translating it to RC notation, so the stress is signified as QU or QA, no, allowable soil bearing, and P is still P, and then the area is with respect to this drawing, no, this is L and this is B, so the area is BL. Okay, so this is the formula when the footing has a concentric, no, or zero eccentricity of the load. The second case, case number 2, is when there is moment, no, so naa kay axial load, naa pag yung kay bending moment. Okay, so when that happens, ang imuhang soil reaction, or the QA, no, the Q allowable will be now for the axial, which is force over area, and then combine it with the bending stress, no? This is for the axial stress, and then bending stress FB. So bending stress is MC over I. Okay? So let's try to visualize, no? To understand this, atong itakilid ang footing. No, let's turn the footing sideways. No, atong i-drawing sideways ang footing para masabtan. So let's say that is your footing. This is your B, and this is your L. Okay? So because of the moment that it has, let's say this is your neutral axis, so it will have a stress diagram like this, wherein below is tension or compression depending on the sign convention, and above is compression. No, basta opposite na siya diri, no? It's either compression ng na sa taas or tension as well as sa ubos. So here, if you remember in our previous lessons, no, mo ni siya ang C, the distance from the neutral axis to the extreme compression or tension fiber. So mo na siya, no? So if we simplify the equation, we can say that P over, instead of A, let's convert it now to BL, and then plus, and then M, and then we know that C, no, the neutral axis lies at the center, kay rectangle man na siya. So C equals L over 2. So we can say L over 2. And how about for the I? No, I is moment of inertia. It's BH cubed over 12. So what is the B there in the drawing? No, the B in the drawing here is your capital B. And then the H, no, the L cube 12. So it will be L cube BL cube over 12. Okay? So let's simplify further. We can cancel L, and this one will be L squared na lang. And then we can cancel 12, and this will be 6. Okay? So denominator of the denominator, kaning 6, mahimo na ni siyang numerator. So P over BL plus 6M over BL squared. Now, we know that moment is just the axial load times the eccentricity. Okay? So let's plug in this equation. So here, I'll just put an arrow. That will be P times E. And if we extract the P over BL, so we can have P over BL, and then this will be 1 plus 6E over L. Okay? And that is for the Q maximum. Okay? Positive, the positive root will be for the maximum, and the negative for the minimum. Okay, Q mean is P over BL 1 plus 6E over L. No, sorry, minus. So this one is minus. Okay? So let us now proceed with the case 3. So case 3 is when there is a very large moment such that it will create somehow a tension on the other side. Okay, net tension on the other side. So when that happens, no, dili na kaabot sa entire length ang iyahang pressure because we neglect tension. No, soil does not hold tension, so we neglect. Okay, so to compute the Qmax, first we need to equate the forces vertically. So P is equal to the reaction, no, or the resultant. And what is that resultant? No, let me draw the footing here. No, that is the base of the footing. The resultant will be something like this. Okay, so I'm drawing a 3D image of the resultant stress or the stress block. And then here's the resultant at the centroid, no, at the centroid of that stress block. Okay, so the resultant is sitting at 1/3, no? So if this is, we will divide this one into 3. So let's call the first distance as A, and this will be 2A, no? Because the resultant sits at 2/3 of the entire um, length of the triangle. 2A, this is A. All right, so since P equals R, and R is just the volume of the stress block. Okay, so we can say that R equals, by the way, this is your Qmax location. R equals Qmax times this one. This is 2A plus A. So this is 3A. So 3A times this one here is your B, right? So times B. And then since this is triangle, so divided by 2. Okay? So that is your reaction. So let us express this in terms of B and L. So we can say that A, from the drawing, if this is, let's go back to this drawing. This one is L over 2. L over 2. And this one is A, your A distance. So your E now, obviously, this is your E, the eccentricity, the distance from the center to the location of the force. So E, by looking at the figure, we can say that L over 2 is equal to E plus A. So that if we are looking for A is simply L over 2 minus E. Okay? So let's try to substitute that one. And by the way, first I will get the Qmax explicitly on the other side. So Qmax on the other side. And then 2R over 3A times B. Okay, so that we can explicitly express Qmax on the other side. So this R, di ba, we said that P is equal to R. So we substitute R with P. So 2P over 3. And what is A? A is L over 2 minus E. So 3 and then L over 2 minus E. and multiplied by B. Oh, sorry, this is P rather. Uh, this one is P. Okay, so I think we can already stop here at this point, or we can further simplify to make it like this, but we can stop at this point already. So Q max. Okay, so that is how we derive the three cases for the footing reactions. Kindly stop the video. That is part 1.